this done.
Darkspawn up ahead! Yes! All right! I'm off! Managed somehow! Here they come! I'm off! Another step and poor Lady Eileen dies. Where's Lord Bensley? The deal was he'd give us the money himself.
Won't see the sovereign until I see the girl.
Orc, show her. Hand over the gold. Now.
Send the girl first, then I'll give you the money.
Orc, send her over. The money. Now.
No. That girl is the only thing keeping you alive.
Defend yourselves, men.
Let's wipe them out quick! Don't think so. I'm off. All right. That won't stop me! Going. All that's how it's done.
Thank the Makers, thank you. I thought I was going to die in there.
Yes.
Ah, it's the Warden Commander. The rumours about you did not overstate it. I have a business proposal. Look for me by the house near the gates. I promise it will be worthwhile.
They used to display the heads of traitors over that gate. I suppose my father is lucky his didn't end up there.
Hey, what are you staring at? Looking to start something?
100 found an entrance to deep roads.
Oh, here to investigate the chasm, are you? It's about time. I can't take all the credit for finding the rift, you know. Mika here fell in first.
Tell me what happened.
Well, it's quite a ways out of town. We were tracking a buck off in that direction, you see, before this darkspawn mess. We'd been on his tail for about a week at that point. I'd wager he thought it was great fun leading us on a merry chase as he did.
And the chasm?
Oh, the chasm, yes. We saw it coming over a rise. It was really something to behold. A huge cleft, as though the Maker himself had cracked the earth in two, like an egg.
I like eggs.
It looked like someone had tried to build over it, but it must have been abandoned a long time ago. No one in town knew about it.
What happened then?
Well, of course, we had to investigate. That was when Mika fell in. A shriek like you wouldn't believe, and he was gone.
Earth crumbled, not stable.
Right. And as Mika lay there yelling about his knee or his head or what have you, the darkspawn appeared.
How many?
More than a brood and less than a horde. They seemed occupied, like they had someplace really important they had to be. Didn't notice us at all, thank the Maker.
The Darkspawn was so occupied as to overlook two screaming injured men. Boggles the mind.
I marked the chasm on my map so we could avoid it, but sounds like you want to know where it is, so here you go. So, we getting anything for our trouble?
Thank you. Here's some silvers.
Thanks. This'll get me good and drunk at the inn. Take my mind off the trouble out there.
Can you smell that? That is the smell of freedom. It comes complete with the smell of dogs and dust, but the freedom is in there too.
You don't care for the Circle of Magi, do you?
I escaped from the tower 7 times. After the last time, they put me in solitary confinement for a year. Eventually, I'm sure they would have branded me a Maleficar, true or not, and executed me.
Was the Circle of Magi so bad?
The problem is that mages are tolerated, barely. It's like you need permission to be alive. There's nothing a mage can do to prove himself. Everyone needs to be protected from you. The end.
There has to be a better way.
The Tevinter Imperium has a better way, but we know how that argument flies around here. All I want is a pretty girl, a decent meal, and the right to shoot lightning at fools.
Sounds reasonable.
See? I knew you understood. Never mind me. Now and again I recall that I'm not sitting in a cell and I have to smile, that's all. Oh, look at the cute little kitty. There was a mouser in the tower named Mr. Wiggums. Only company I had when the Templars locked me up. Miss that beast a lot sometimes. But I can't keep a cat. We fight Darkspawn for a living.
You can stay at the keep then.
I suppose. Well, I'll keep him just for a while, until I find somewhere safer. Is that okay with you, kitty? I'll call you Sir Pounce-a-Lot. You can stay in my pack. Just for a little while, yes?
Is this what I think it is? It is. That's the Howe crest burned into the wood right there. This is my grandfather's bow. Or rather, my grandfather was the last to use it. It was originally made for an ancestor during the Exalted Marches.
Why wasn't it used afterwards?
Well, my father hid it away, I guess. I'm surprised he didn't simply have it destroyed. I remember finding it before Father sent me to the Free Marches. A shame for it to sit in storage. Thank you. It's good to have a part of my family's legacy again. Something to be proud of.
That looks fine indeed.
Oh, I've always wanted one of these.
Ooh, for me? Ooh.
Why won't you let us in?
My pardon, sir. I was paid a whole sovereign to give this letter to you. I told him I did. There are easier ways of getting a message to the Commander of the Grey.
Thank you for the message. Good day.
Of course, Commander.
It's the constable's orders. There's no place for you in the city.
Well, they don't look infected. And he has children.
Look, we let some...
Excuse me, but I need to search your packs for smuggled goods.
Alright, I have nothing to hide.
Thank you. I will make this quick.
What are you doing, man? Are you accusing the Commander of the Grey of smuggling?
But you said everyone...
You are dismissed. I apologize. Smugglers and thieves have all but taken over the city.
Is there anything I can do?
We could certainly use your help in this. Come speak to me later if you're interested.
Make us spit on you, you heartless bastard.
Ah, Warden Commander. I take it you've decided to help us.
What exactly is happening here?
With trade slowed to a crawl, smugglers have moved in, selling stolen goods at exorbitant prices. If we could shut down their operation and seize their supplies, we could distribute it to the needy.
I'll deal with the problem.
There is a smuggler doing business in the market. He probably knows where the hideout is. We haven't been able to get anything from him, but maybe you can.
Greetings. Could I interest you in... Wait a minute. My lad said they saw you talking to the... You'll learn not to stick your nose where it don't belong.
Ah! Let's wipe him out quick!
Oh, you'll have to do much better than that. All right.
That was an old lady.
Now let's see.
Which one was as big as my head? I think she was a witch.
Ah! Let's wipe him out quick! Now this should be fun!
Yes.
I'll show you my baby.
All right.
That's a strange place to store it.
You seem rather attached to that cat.
Not bad. You like that? I'm off.
Now worse.
My baby's here.
Going. Yes.
My favorite car.
Ah! Let's wipe him out quick!
I'm off.
I think we're in for a battle.
Piss, piss. How amusing. Moving on.
You're Rendon Howe's little blighter.
That's one way of putting it.
They talked about you in the army. Fergus Kuzlin said you wouldn't have the stones to show your face again. But you proved him wrong. I respect that.
You do.
Yeah, throw caution to the wind, run headlong into danger, and sod the consequences. That's the only way to live.
Thanks. I think.
Yep. Don't you give a piss what the others think. Ogren's got your back.
Any luck with the smugglers?
There's an abandoned house that may lead to their den.
That house has been locked up for years. To think that all this time it's been hiding the entrance. There will surely be someone on guard. Where there's a guard, there's a key.
I'll investigate.
If you can find a way into the hideout, the smugglers won't have a chance. Good luck, Commander. wipe them out
Allow
quick.
that.
Now this should be fun! Success.
I heard about you. You were giving some of my boys trouble, weren't you?
Ah,
Well,
let's
it
wipe them out
ends
quick.
here.
Who's next?
Well, that's awkward.
Is that all you've got?
Put it off! Otherwise it will destroy you! It's done, naturally. Over with. Not happening. And done.
I hear Hubert's gang got their hands on some moonshine. You think they'll sell some to me?
Hubert hates you.
I got a sore on my foot from working. Anything to report?
Smugglers will no longer trouble you.
The city of Amaranthi owes you a great debt. Thank you, Commander.
Delilah? Is that really you?
Nathaniel, I had feared the worst.
Times must have been hard, Delilah. But you can do better than this. Come back to the estate until we find somewhere else.
What? Oh, Nathaniel, I didn't marry Albert out of desperation. I adore him. I was so glad to get away from Father's evil. This life is so much better.
Father's evil? Isn't that overstating things a little? He got caught up in politics.
You weren't here. You didn't see what he did, Nathaniel. You want the culprit who destroyed our family? It was him, without question.
I had no idea.
Of course you did. But you always worshipped Father, right from when you were a little boy. Come, brother, let us sit and catch up a bit, shall we?
She said she wants me to come back. Once all this is done, meet her husband. She's due by the spring. She seems happy. She said Father deserved to die. I still can't believe it.
He did deserve to die. He was an evil man.
I thought he had his reasons. It was a war for Andraste's sake. Before I went to the Free Marches, he was never... How could he have changed so much?
It's not your fault, Nathaniel.
What if I'd never left? I didn't have much choice, but still. I wish I'd known some of this sooner. I feel like such a fool. Now please, let's get back to our business. I need to think.
Over with.
Warden Commander! Thank the Maker you're finally here. I was afraid our messages never got through to you.
Are you nervous?
Yes. Thank you for coming to the Guild. We need your help. Our caravans are being attacked. The wagons are burnt to ashes, and there have been no survivors. It's gotten worse lately. People from the neighbouring villages have found guards torn limb from limb and left in the village square.
This needs to stop immediately.
Yes, that much is clear. Whatever it is, it's completely crippled trade between Amaranthine and Denerim. No one wants to travel the road through the Wending Wood. Can the Grey Wardens help at all?
I will investigate it immediately.
Oh, Maker, bless you and watch over you. If you can stop the killings, the Merchants Guild will make a hefty donation to your organization. You have my promise.
Alright, the Merchant's Goods. I am in desperate need for lost Orlesian silks. I left Denerim in a caravan bound for Amaranthine several weeks ago. I fear this caravan met the same fate as others before it. If you find the silks, please deliver them to Kendrick of the Merchants Guild. He will see to a reward. Lamar Brack, Taylor. Mafarath's Monuments. I seek someone to brave the Wending Wood to locate ancient statues. Legend states that after Andraste's death, Mafarath erected statues in the Wending Wood in penance. The statues bear missing verses from the Canticle of Mafarath, which the Chantry includes among the dissonant verses. Since study upon the dissonant verses is frowned upon, discretion is of the utmost importance. Please deliver charcoal rubbings of the inscriptions to the Merchants Guild representative named Kendrick. A reward will await. An anonymous Chantry scholar. Sir Evald's missing sword. An old notice hidden behind newer postings. Desperately seeking someone to travel to the village of Black Marsh. I commissioned a sword from the villager's master blacksmith and asked him to hide the delivery in a crate of ordinary goods. It has not arrived, and I am distraught. My grandmother's prized black pearl was set in the pommel, and I cannot afford to lose such an heirloom. If you go to the village, please inquire after the sword in person. Best regards, Sir Evald of Amaranthine. Keep out of the reach of children. The Merchants Guild has received word that a lethal Antivan poison is being sold in Amaranthine, smuggled into Amaranthine by unsavory characters. Constable Aiden has asked that the guild find a way to take this poison off the streets. The Merchants Guild, of course, has nothing to do with the import of this poison and is trying our level best to cooperate with the guard. The guild will pay for each bottle of Antivan poison turned into Kendrick. Please help keep the wicked substance out of the hands of our children. The Merchants Guild. That sounds like a worthwhile endeavor. Give that to Anders. Okay, since we're not selling Sir Pounce a lot.
It's done, naturally.
I see you got my letter, Commander. It's an honor to meet you.
The Dark Wolf, I presume?
In the flesh. The less you know of me, the better. But by some, I am called the Dark Wolf. In the depths of the city, there is murmuring. Murmuring that nobles want you dead. I'd like to help.
You are not the Dark Wolf. I am.
You are? I thought perhaps the first Dark Wolf was killed or imprisoned.
I am very much alive.
You must admit that your current position does not leave time for shadow games. You see, I have hopes that the Wardens will prove more fit to rule this land than the late Arl Rendon Howe. His confederates are the conspirators. But to unearth their identities, I'll need resources. 50 sovereigns.
Then 50 sovereigns it is.
It will be done. Give me some time.
You don't always wear robes, do you?
Not when I'm naked, I don't.
I mean when you run from the circle. Robes would make you easy to spot.
So does the big I'm a mage sign around my neck. I like to make it easy for the Templars.
Ah, so that's how it's going to be.
The Blight Orphans. We are the Blight Orphans of Amaranthine, poor children whose mothers and fathers have been killed by the Darkspawn. We are very cold in the winter and need 50 silver for clothes and food. Please help. Please put the money in the mug by the board. Thank you, good sirs.
We should rise up and take back power.
Something I can do for you, friend?
Nosy guards who watch us with their eyes.
Did a Grey Warden named Kristoff come through here?
And who are you supposed to be that's asking?
I would be his commander.
An elf? Yes, of course. Haven't seen that fellow Kristoff for almost a week now. Not sure where he went. His room's paid up to the end of the month. I guess he expected he'd be here a while.
I'd like the key to Kristoff's room.
Of course. Here you go. It's the last room at the end of the hall. If he comes back and gets upset, however, it's on your head.
Sure.
I'll do it. You just watch. Once I get another ale.
Who do you think would win the fight? Andraste or the Archdemon?
The Archdemon.
But Andraste could call on the Maker.
That would be cheating.
Moving on. Success.
Women are drawn to you when you play with that cat.
Like moths to a flame. Women like it when men show affection for small, fuzzy, defenseless beings. Like you.
Yeah, stupid mage. Every time I pull something out of my robes, the women just flee.
Doors busted down, skulls thumped, and vices preyed upon. But I have answers.
Who are my enemies?
I could not unearth the conspirators' identities. They are paranoid. But I know they meet at Old Stark's farm on the Ferroval Plains.
You've lived up to your reputation.
Maker be with you.
Aye, about time you showed up.
Nemea, you're still here.
I keep my promises. Here, turns out you were right. The cache is here in Amaranthine.
It is? You found it?
I did. What you do with that information is up to you. I, for one, am done dealing with mages.
I
guess I should thank you.
Damned right you should. You get caught, Anders, I'm not helping you again. That's all I'm saying.
I suppose that requires some explanation.
Friend of yours, I take it?
She's normally more welcoming than that. A lot more. Nemea is a friend. Last time I escaped from the tower, I asked her to look into some things. That's why I was in Amaranthine. The Templars thought I'd come to take a ship, but it was to meet her.
To find a cache.
During the Blight, the Templars moved their store of phylacteries to Amaranthine for safety. My phylactery is among them, Nemea learned. So long as the Templars have that sample of my blood, they can find me. I need to destroy it.
You're right. They shouldn't be allowed to control you.
I know we're busy killing Darkspawn and all, but the sooner we find this vial, the better I'll feel. All things considered, I'd rather be sitting in a tavern.
Yes!
So, you think there's an apothecary around here somewhere?
Probably. Why?
Well, I don't want to bother you with this, you being my boss and all.
I forgot what comes next. Ask. Do you need healing herbs? We have those.
I've tried those, but they only stop the itching for a few hours. Right. Look, for the past few days, I've had this burning rash. The skin's actually got a sort of greenish look to it.
I'm sure it'll go away soon.
You know, I bet it's that Grey Warden stuff we had to drink.
No one had told you to drink all of it.
Too late for regrets. Yeah, I'll just see if I can't find some nice minty balm somewhere in this town.
It figures, actually.
What does?
There used to be another statue here. It was a Byronhow, my great-uncle. He died in the rebellion, helping King Merrick reclaim his throne. Yet his statue is gone. All because of what my father did.
I'll get them to replace it.
Don't bother. Nobody here will want to see it. There's a long line of heroes in my family. The Howes have been around since Callan had. Now it's all gone. Curse my father and his idiot ambition. He lost everything for us, didn't he?
It's up to you to turn that around.
Not too much pressure, right? I wonder what happened to the old statue. Likely propping up the side of a chantry or something. Poor Al Byron. Yeah, statues of her pigeons. I don't want to look at it.
From the living wood. May the Maker smile on Amaranthine and her people. Templars seek samples of woods from ancient Sylvans. They are close to discovering what twisted magic drives these creatures and how to defeat them. Sylvans have been sighted in the Wending Wood and may be the cause of the trouble along the trade routes. Chanter Johns. Preying on the weak. My brothers and sisters in the Maker. Cruel things are preying upon the men and women taking refuge outside the city walls, threatening these poor, desolate souls with violence unless they give over their money. Will no one come to their defense? Brother Mika. Out of control. The Templars of Amaranthine require the assistance of one experienced with dealing with mages. Speak to Sir Rylam inside of the chantry of Our Lady Redeemer, Chanter Johns. A donation of injury kits. Please help. The chantry supplies are running low. The sisters urgently require a donation of 5 injury kits. Maker turn his gaze on Amaranthine, Chanter Johns. I probably already got all those.
Repent and have faith, and you shall know the peace of the Maker's benediction.
Oh, it is so good to see you, my friend. I contemplated visiting you at Vigil's Keep, but things got busy.
What happened?
The College of the Magi is convening in Cumberland, and I must attend. Hopefully, all this will blow over before it's begun. But you have enough on your mind as it is. I shan't trouble you with this further.
Indulge me. These events affect more than just mages.
Very well. Then perhaps you should know that something stirs within the fraternities. The Libertarians wish to pull away entirely from the Chantry. And if they get enough support...
Pull away entirely? That's madness. I hate Chantry oversight as much as the next mage, but they can't just decide to leave. This is a recipe for disaster.
That is troubling.
Well, it could turn out to be nothing, but keep your ear to the ground anyway. Now, I have a great many preparations to make before I leave for Navarra, but perhaps there is something you can do for me. One of my colleagues, Ines, has spent the last few months in the Wending Wood. The Circle has been unable to reach her, given the trouble in the area. If you happen to find yourself in the wood on your travels, perhaps you could tell her about the meeting of the college.
What's she doing in the Wending Wood?
Oh, who knows, rooting around in the dirt for some obscure plant or other, most likely. She has a keen interest in gardening. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant botany. Hobbies and eccentricities aside, Ines is a well-respected mage and a voice of reason, something we could use on our side. The hour is late and I must go. It was wonderful to see you again. Take care, my friend.
Don't touch me! Don't!
May I help you?
I read your posting on the Channers board.
I am fortunate indeed that the Commander of the Grey has taken a personal interest in this matter. I'm sorry our note was vague, but Amaranthine is a hotbed of Maleficar activity. Details of who and what they were about would undoubtedly get back to them.
What help do you need?
I have worked with an artist to create these sketches of the three suspects. If you could confront them and question them, you would be doing the Maker's work.
Moving on.
The sins of man brought blight to us. And now it's not like Karam to be gone this long. I was sure I would find him at the inn. Of Andraste and reflect upon the chant of light. Your friends and neighbours would do well to heed this lesson and join us.
Templars, bloody everywhere. Must stay sharp. Templars, bloody everywhere. Must stay sharp. Templars, bloody everywhere. Must stay sharp.
You bloody bastard!
You won't catch me!
Oh, get over here!
Lizard eye. Lizard eyes. Perhaps a heart. Yes, heart's blood. Whoa, whoa!
I think that's where the phylacteries are. It's probably guarded.
By the power in my blood, you will suffer for what you have done to my... All right, hand game! Oh, you handled it much better than I.
No guards. Maybe they don't want to draw attention to the cache. Could we be that lucky?
Over with.
No.
And here I almost believed the infamous Anders wouldn't take the bait.
Ah, yes. I suppose I should have known it would be you.
You made a poor choice with this one, Commander. Anders will never submit, not to us and not to you.
He's made a fine Grey Warden so far.
So far, yes. I'll make sure that this murderer is never a bother to anyone again.
What? No, you can't arrest me! King Alistair allowed my conscription.
The Chantry's authority supersedes the Crown in this matter. You cannot hide within the Grey Warden's ranks.
No. He stays with us.
Hardly surprising. The Grey Wardens have ever been a haven for criminals and Maleficar. I do not know how you inspire such loyalty, Anders, but it will avail you naught. Now you come with us.
Time for more. I'm off.
Shocking forces of nature coming right on! I wonder if Nemea knew about this. I guess it doesn't really matter. Thank you. You stood by me, and I appreciate that.
You're a friend. Friends stick up for each other.
I guess they do. Anyhow, let's go before someone else rushes in to waggle a finger at us.
It's done, naturally. And done.
sell some equipment. Probably give that to Nathaniel.
All men are the work of our Maker's hands, from the lowest slaves to the highest kings.
Donation of poultices. Chantry supplies are running low once more. The sisters urgently require a donation of 5 potent health poultices. Maker turn his gaze on Amaranthine. I might actually have that. Yeah.
Repent and have faith, and you shall know the peace of the Maker's benediction.
Nope, nothing else.
Yes.
What? Look over there!
Time for some exercise,
Yes.
All right.
hung himself. Oh, Karam, why couldn't you have told me?
Okay. I think after I'm done selling things and doing general stuff, that's where we're going to end. For just for the day. All right. So tune in next time as we head to Nutholtwood Hills.